Another day, another slay slash another Yapology episode. Yay! Welcome to episode 6, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are up to date with the Yapology episodes. Hope you listened to the last one where we spoke about phone addiction and how to get over it and how terrible it is for everyone in the world. Let me tell you why I think it is so important for you to be outside in your young days. But before we get to that, let's run the intro. There's no intro. Let's just get into it. Hola, hello, bonjour. Welcome to episode 6 of the Apology Podcast. So, I don't know. I be thinking I have this podcast organized and I make my calendar every week and I have my topic on a numbers spreadsheet and I'm saying, okay, this, that. And then I never follow it. I always just get inspired by a random topic that I see. So here we are with this one. So I seen this video on TikTok of this girl. She was reminiscing about how much she just loves being outside with her friends. And to the point where she was actually tearing up, like she was wiping her tears. I love that video so much because that is truly how it feels to be outside. No, I think that there's a lot of stigma around, well, there's a lot of stigma around everything, and because we're just hearing everybody's opinion on everything, including this one, right? But my opinions are good opinions, so you should listen to me. Don't listen to nobody else, okay? Listen to me. Yeah, there's a lot of stigma around being outside and being for the streets and blah, 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 blah. And I want to discredit all of that stigma today and influence all my viewers, male or female, to be outside and to be enjoying your youth. Okay. So there's a couple benefits to being outside. And before I get to those, I do want to tackle the stigma first, right? So I think that a lot of, especially regarding women, again, a lot of my advice will come from the place of a woman because yeah, I'm a woman. Like what can I do? I can't really speak for men, but I'm hoping people in general can relate, of all the gender appropriations. That's from Rihanna. I'm hoping that everybody can relate to what I'm saying and apply it to themselves, but I'm speaking from a woman. So a lot of the stigma around it being around women being outside is that we are going, right? That's the new term. That's the hip term for it, that you're overly going or you're going. And I want to discredit that because me personally, I never went home with a man. I've never gone home with a man, babe, when I go outside. Do you? Is this what people do? I've never gone home with a man. My friends have never gone home with a man. Like, it's just never happened in my experience of going outside. So I don't know if this is something that do be happening, but I want to discredit that. A lot of the times you should go outside to go have fun with the people you're going outside with. Okay, you should go out and have fun. That's the only thing that's on your mind. The only thing about going outside that I would say, make sure you have a reliable way home, a reliable way there, and you are out with people that you trust. If you are going to get drunk, which I support, okay, do you, sis, as long as you are out with people who are going to take care of you and you have a reliable way home. That is the only thing about being outside that I think you should be wary of. Other than that, go out and have fun. And if you want to go out, if you want to go out with a guy, that's not what this is about. Okay, this is just about going out. I know that there are a lot of men out there who will say to you, oh, I don't like girls that are everywhere. I don't like girls that are outside, da 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 da. And I think that honestly comes from a place of insecurity. Why do you not want me outside? Like, you think I'm gonna just go to a guy, or you think I'm so beautiful that guys are gonna want to come to me? Okay, but I can say no. Do you not trust me? I honestly think that's where that comes from because I don't see the correlation between being a good person and going out with your friends. I don't understand how the X and the Y aren't crossing each other here. Like, I don't get where that really comes from. The idea that, oh, if you're outside with your friends all the time, you're not girlfriend material. Excuse me? Excuse me? Do you know what material this is made out of? Excuse me? What does going out with my friends have to do with that? Stupid. I think that is a really L take. And if you are with somebody who is saying that, who is keeping you inside off of that, I urge you to get out for multiple reasons, but mostly because you shouldn't be living your life off of men. Okay, if I'm with a guy and I'm not gonna stop going out with my friends, if you wanna come, you could come. If you don't wanna come, then say, babe, be safe, text me when I reach home, or I'll come and get you, or something like that. I don't see how that really correlates being outside. And again, I think it falls under the stigma that if you're outside and you're dressed up all nice and pretty and you have your nice clothes on, you're going outside to find a man. Huh? Again, the X and the Y axis are not crossing each other here. There's no correlation here, right? Okay. So I just want to delete that stigma, okay? This, what I'm telling you why you should go outside, I'm telling you to do it to go have fun. I'm not telling you to do it for any ulterior motives at all. So that is the context in which this episode falls under. So please try to delete the stigma out of your mind about the bad parts about going outside, as long as you're being safe and you're with people you trust. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Have a reliable way home. As long as those things are taken care of, you could be outside every week if you want, babe. Okay. So now let me tell you why I think you should be outside in your youth. So as much as possible. So first thing, one day you are not going to be able-bodied enough to be outside and to handle alcohol until all hours of the night and to literally be moving your body as much as you can right now. And I believe you should be going outside having fun while you can, because eventually this is gonna you're just not gonna be able to keep up, or you're just not gonna be able to do these things. So do enjoy it while you can. That's the first thing. And also, I think that with age, your interest in these things will kind of decrease. Your interest in these things will decrease. So, while you still want to, go out and enjoy yourself and have fun. Guys, let me tell you. I went to FOF. Shout out FOF. Shout out DJ Mac. I went to FOF a month ago. It was like Easter weekend, so a little over a holy shit. Time really flies. A little over a month ago I went to FOF, right? I had a TIMEEEE, okay? I had a time. It was literally just such a good time with me and my friends. And obviously the next day we're exchanging videos, who took videos here and there and da, 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 da. And I swear to you, for like a week straight, I was watching those videos every single day, and reliving the memories are almost as fun as making them. Okay, obviously making them is the most fun. Like when you're in the moment, it's the best time. But to be able to watch the videos and just remember how you and your friends were just laughing and having fun, like I'm geeking right now talking about it, okay? Those kind of things, they're so essential to just enjoying this life. Being home, being stuck to a boring routine is the norm. That is, you are going to be doing that till the end of your days. Okay, that's good. That's just life. Okay, you're going to be working till retirement or till you die or whatever. That is life. So you really should find these little pockets of enjoyment here and there, every weekend, once a month, whatever it is, twice a month, to go out with your friends and to just laugh and be happy and just have fun. So when you're back to your regular routine, you have something to look back on and remember and feel the joy from that moment. I swear to God, those are the things that keep you going, that keeps this life bearable. Okay? Because you start to think about the fact that this, like I said, this is your life. You're going to be doing this till you're dead, or till you reach really, really, really up in age, right? And you think about that shit, makes you depressed. So you need these moments to be outside and just have fun with your friends. So go outside and have fun with your friends. Okay? Okay, next thing. I would hope that you guys watched last week's episode or listened last week's episode. I hope you did. Okay. I spoke about phone addiction in our last episode, right? And in being addicted to our phones, I feel like it really makes the world seem so small. I said this the last time as well, because our world is restricted to whatever we see in that phone, and we think that that is it. But when you are going outside with the intention to have fun, to just experience life with your friends or whatever, when you are going outside, it makes you realize how different the real world is, guys. Okay. I spoke about the fact that I didn't even spoke about it, but I told you guys that I moved from Canada to Jamaica. No, when I was in Canada, I wasn't really as outside as I would have liked to be. And I think a part of that is because of my phone addiction, but another part was just also because I lived in I didn't live in Toronto. Like I lived in kind of it wasn't even that, it wasn't rural or nothing, but it wasn't Toronto. I didn't live in Toronto, right? And that obviously the West, that's where Toronto is, Toronto, Mississauga, all of that. The West, that's where all the fun is. So whenever we were going out, we would end up in the West, right? And I lived in the East. So that was another reason. But now since I've been in Jamaica, I don't think I've been out a lot, but I've been out quite a bit, right? I've been to like a couple parties, a couple events with my friends and stuff. It's been really, really great. Anyways, I've been meeting a lot of people. Whereas when I would go out in Canada, I didn't really meet people like that because they weren't that social. And also, you're already there with like your group and you kind of stay to your group. But in Jamaica, people will talk to you more. Like people are a lot more social here. So I've met a lot of different people and I've realized a lot of things. And I realized I'm super naive. Or I was super naive. I thought this world was a certain way. I thought people were a certain way. They'll shock you, babe. They'll shock you. They will shock you. So I think another hidden benefit to being outside is literally just being more worldly, knowing this world that you live in, knowing the truth about this world that you live in, instead of the truth that is given to you when you are stuck watching your phone, because that's all controlled, right? But when you go out and you actually talk to people, you get to know like how people are in this world, and it's a really really interesting experience. So for sure I think that it helps you to navigate this world better as you get older, because now you are learning about what different people are like, right? It also helps you to build relationships. Okay, I know we all love being in our beds. I let me not even, I'm looking at it right now. Wistfully, is it wistfully? I think that's a word. I'm looking on my bed right now. Oh, I love her. Okay, I love her very, very, very much. I love my bed just as much as you love your bed, but you're not gonna meet anyone in there, babe. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Everybody wants meet cute. Nobody wants to go out to get the actual meet cute. Okay, this is how you're gonna meet people. You cannot meet people if you are at home all the time. You cannot make friends. You cannot find a boyfriend. Not saying your boyfriend's at the club, and I'm not saying going outside necessarily means clubbing either. It's really up to you, whatever you enjoy doing. I just suggest you leave your house as often as you can with the intention to have fun. That is what I mean when I say go outside. Leave your house as much as possible with the intention of having fun. Okay? Okay. Cannot meet people staying at home. It's not gonna happen. It's not, you know what? Let me not say it's not gonna happen, okay? But it's not gonna happen organically. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't want to disappoint you, okay? Like I said, everybody wants to meet cute. Nobody wants to actually go out and get the meet cutes. DMs are not cute. They're not meet cute. There's nothing wrong with meeting your partner in the DMs, by the way, or a friend, or making friends in the DMs or whatever. But going out and talking to people, that's how you're actually gonna meet people. No, again, I'm coming back to phone addiction again, because I really we this is such a big thing. Okay, you're at home and your perception of people are over the phone. I was talking about this with someone yesterday. We were saying how, as people, we tend to put individuals in certain boxes depending on how we perceive them, right? So we put you in a box based on if we think you're attractive, if we think you're not conventionally attractive, if we think you're intimidating, if we think you're a bully. Like, we put you in these box based on how we see you, and then no hearing everyone's opinion and having your world exist over social media, then it tells you how to deal with these types of people and how to perceive people, and how, and you attribute this type of personality to this specific person without ever speaking to them. No, when you go outside and you actually speak to people, then you'll get to know who they are in reality, and you'll realize you're actually missing out on so many good connections because you're keeping people in this box. And see the box here, you're keeping people in a box. This is the box, right? Um, you gotta stop. You gotta go outside and actually meet people. I had this experience, right? And ever since I was a child, people have been misperceiving me. It was actually a huge issue that came with me into adulthood and really messed up my perception of myself, which I had to go undo in therapy. Okay. Anyways, I was in KFC. This was in Jamaica, by the way. I was in KFC, right? KFC takes 10 million years. And this guy that I knew off of social media, he knew me off of social media, like just in passing, you know. He came up to me and he said, hi, whatever. We were chatting about how long it takes in KFC and like a bunch of other stuff we were talking about too. And then when he was leaving, he said, you're actually quite lovely. And I was like, oh, yeah, I get, like, I didn't know if I should say thank you, because I kind of felt like he was surprised that I was this pleasant to speak to. And it just kind of brought me back to, people misperceiving me and stuff. And it literally comes because he doesn't know me. This is the first time he's speaking to me in person, right? And that's how he came to the conclusion that I'm actually a, half decent person to speak to. um, and yeah, that's how he came to that conclusion, by speaking to me in person. Now, had he not come up to me and talked to me, had he been at home, not we hadn't crossed paths that day, he would still have this perception in his head of me, whatever that was. The fact is, it wasn't lovely, okay? Because he said, you're actually quite lovely. So that must mean that he didn't think I was lovely in the first place. Anyway, shout out to him, love him, bad. So yeah, like, this is how you're gonna meet people. You are shorting yourself of a lot of really nice, really decent people by not going outside and not talking to people. You need to put that phone down. I said this the last time too, obviously. Put that phone down, go out and interact with people. Okay, this is how you're going to build real relationships. You cannot overestimate the importance of having fun. I really want to come back to that because I think that that is so underrated. I think that everything that we do nowadays, it has to have an ulterior motive to it, as if having fun isn't explanation enough. Like, you're going out, it has to be like, oh, I'm going out to meet somebody. I know I just spoke about talking to people, and it is a benefit to going outside. Is that's how you're gonna meet people if you're looking for a partner, whatever. You can't find that inside, okay? But I cannot stress the importance of enjoying this life. Me, I will always be on the side of happiness. Don't ever come to me and say, oh, I'm thinking about quitting my job because it makes me unhappy. I'm going to tell you to quit. I'm going to tell you to quit. I'm going to tell you to quit. I'm never going to discourage you. I'm never going to, if something makes you happy, I will always be team do it. Okay. Because I'm like that. And because a lot of people aren't like that nowadays, that's how I'm realizing that people don't value pure happiness as they should in these days. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because we have this kind of hustle culture going on, or if it's because, the economy is shit, the world is shit. Like, so I don't know if that's the reason why everyone is so against just doing shit that makes you happy. I don't know if that's why, but I'm team happiness all the way. And I've realized that a lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people need to have an ulterior motive or something else to explain doing this activity. Even though I'm in Jamaica, nobody, I don't think anyone has asked me if I'm happy moving back, which is fine. You know, actually, it's not fine. Mm. Everybody wants to be my business. Everybody wants to know what I'm doing, where I'm working, da 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 da. Nobody wants to know if a bitch is happy. Like, it's just, and this is just the norm, right? And I don't think that we as people are putting as much priority on joy as I believe that we should be. As I believe that we should. Why aren't we joy maxing? Why aren't we happy maxing? Why does everything have to have a purpose? Why does everything have to make money? Why can't I just do things because it makes me happy? What's our beef with that? Yeah, that's kind of my little think piece there. Let's get back to the topic at hand though. Being outside and having fun with your friends, like genuinely just being with someone who you enjoy their company, and whatever it is you're doing, if you're at a party, if you're at a comedy show, if you're anywhere, just being there in that moment and laughing and feel joy come over you, that's amazing. And while you can get that while you're at home, there is a greater chance of you getting that while you are outside. You don't have to, there doesn't have to be a motive or a purpose to you going outside. You can just go to have fun. You could just go out to have fun. Yeah, yeah. For all the men that don't like when their women are outside and they're everywhere or whatever, sometimes we just like to laugh. Sometimes we just like to be listening to music with our friends and just jump in and having a little fun. Sometimes we just like being in each other's company and laughing. It's just something that happens. And I think this new, it's not even new, it's been around for a while. I think this trend of loving homebodies and people that stay home, I think it's really damaging because Know you have people, relationships will always be on the mind, right? Know you have people, women that are staying home and not going out with their friends because they think it'll make them more attractive to men. Oh, that really makes me so sad. Please don't do that. Go out and live your life. Please. Please. So I just want you guys to understand that being a homebody, trying to be a homebody to appeal to more men, don't do that. There are men out there who don't care. There are men out there who do genuinely love to hear that you are having fun. Okay? How your boyfriend's your biggest hater. Dave said that in Starlight. So I need you out there wherever you are, that's listening to this. If you are somebody who loves going outside, keep it up, babe. You're doing amazing. If you're somebody who doesn't like going outside, I urge you to give it a try. I know when you hear the term outside, you think of parties and clubs and being half naked and loud music and stuff, but it doesn't have to mean that to you. It means, I said this earlier, being outside means leaving your house with the intention of having fun. Of having fun. Fun. And for my people out there who don't have anybody to go out with, who don't have friends, go outside. That's how you're gonna make them. That's how you're gonna make friends. I know it's so hard, it's borderline impossible to make friends in adulthood, but if it brings you any comfort, everyone's feeling that. Everybody's feeling that. Everybody thinks it's hard to make friends in adulthood. Okay, so you could just go out and just talk to people. I remember for Frosh Week, when we had our Frosh concert in university, me and my friends, it was three of us, and we literally saw this girl standing in like the yard, and we went up to her and we just started talking to her, and then we ended up going to like this Fresh Week party afterwards with her, and I still have her on Instagram to this day. You want to do those things, okay? That's how you make friends. Just go talk to somebody. If you see someone standing by themselves, you think they're a little bit scary, they're just people. They're not gonna bite you. And if they bite you, bite them back. Because I see a lot of people being excited about being outside this summer and saying, oh, it doesn't matter where we're going, just call me. Yes, more of that. Please, please, please do not feel guilty for being outside. Go have fun. Go live your life. Being at home in your bed is for sleeping. That's it. It's not for rotting. It's not for living your life. None of that. You are not supposed to be in your bed for days on end and never seeing outside. And I'm talking to myself too, like this is how I am as well, but I do quite love being outside. So I do want to encourage everybody to go out and live their youth and be as happy as you possibly can. Come on, okay? Go outside and be happy and find joy and get new experiences and meet new people. These are the things that's going to make you be able to navigate this. And if you one day have kids, be able to teach your kids how to navigate life. Don't you want stories? Don't you want stories? Don't you want to be one of those old people that are bored and corner a young person and tell them endless stories? Guys, we have to pass on these traditions, okay? We need, one day we are going to be these old people. So we need to be able to force young people to listen to us rant even though they don't care, but we have to have things to tell them, okay? We cannot be losing these recipes. It is very, very important that we carry on these traditions, okay? So you need to go out and make memories, experience things for you to tell people in 50 years when you are on your porch and bored as hell. I just don't like the new this idea that just because you're at home all the time makes you a better person or makes you morally superior to other people or superior in any way at all. No, you are wasting away your life. You are wasting away your life. Let's not do that. Let's not waste away our lives. Okay, let's go outside and let's have some freaking fun. Let's live this life, okay? Because when it's gone, it's gone. What I say, life is temporary, death is permanent. Okay, there are certain messages in that tend to reoccur in every single episode, and I hope you guys are paying attention to those messages. Put down the phone, live your life. I've said that in probably like 4 episodes now. We're at episode 6, okay? Put down the phone and go out and live your life. Go have some fun. I cannot emphasize enough how important having fun is, how important it is to be around people who feed you, who fulfill your energy, and laugh with them. how important it is to be out with people you love and laugh with them. Super important, guys. I'm being sort of hypocritical here because I don't go out nearly as much as I should. So I also need to take this advice as well, and I will. But when I go out and I have the time of my life, it really makes me feel like this is what life is about, you know? So I urge you, if you've been at home for a long period of time, go outside, even if it's going out by yourself. If there's a concert that you've always wanted to go to, but you don't have anyone to go with, go, because a lot of the times when you go to concerts too, you meet other people. I've gone to quite a few concerts by myself, and I always meet other people and have fun with other people. And those people become your friends, and sometimes that's all they are. They just become someone you meet at a concert and you have fun, and you never see them again, you never talk to them again. But it doesn't matter, because in that moment you had fun, and going out with your friends is super important. But if you don't have any friends, the way you're gonna make those friends, say it with me, is to go outside. So I don't want to hear the excuse that, oh, I don't have anybody to go out with. That's my excuse, by the way. So this is kind of me talking to myself. I don't want to hear the excuse of I don't have anybody to go out with anymore, because the only way that you're going to meet people is to go out. I know going out alone is really scary. You gotta go outside. It's a Friday. I'm filming this right now on a Friday night. On a Friday, it's not night, it's like quarter to 5. I'm filming this right now on a Friday with no plans to go outside. So I'm being a super duper hypocrite right now. You never know. And it's not even about I don't want to make it seem like, oh, you never know when you're going to meet somebody or when you're going to do this or that. That's not the point. That's not the point. It's not the point. Yes, you can meet people, as I spoke about earlier, building relationships by going outside. Yes, you can meet people, but that is not the point. The point is you deserve to have fun for the sake of having fun. You deserve to enjoy your youth. You don't need to work like a dog. You don't need to work overly hard and make $1 million to deserve joy. You don't need to do those things, okay? And you don't need to sacrifice happiness for some other form of happiness, okay? And bask in your youth. You're not going to be young for very long. By the time you quit, you're pregnant, you're married, you have a family, you have responsibilities, you have a house that requires maintenance and all that stuff. You can't stay up past 10 o'clock anymore. Your body can't handle more than one glass of wine. Like, before you know it, this will be your life. And there is no going back. There is no going back. You cannot go back. You cannot go back to when you were 25. You cannot go back to when you were 20. You can't. It's gone for good. That's it. You're done. You're done. Wrap it up. Right? You're done. So yeah, I urge you to just go have some fun, babe. Go live your life. It's too short. Okay. Viewers, so sorry for the change in light. My light died. It doesn't matter because the sun's about to set anyways. So I just want to wrap this up. I hope you will listen to a little bit of what I said and take it seriously, even though it may not be as serious and as life-threatening as the other topics that we've had over the past couple episodes. But I really do think it's super important that you guys are going outside. I think it's super important that you're having fun, you're going outside and you're talking to people. There's just so many things about being at home that's detrimental to you and to your experience in this life, and so many things about being outside that's great. So I hope you heard me, and I hope you listen to what I'm saying, and I hope you'll take some of it into consideration, and maybe the next time you get an invite to go out and have fun, even though you don't want to, even though the option of staying at home may seem more attractive, I urge you to fight against that and go outside and go have some fun and go interact with people and go have a nice experience. And don't let bad experiences keep you from it as well. Again, I would like to stress the importance of being safe and going out with people that you trust, even if it's a midday brunch, even if it's a afternoon soiree somewhere. I don't know what y'all are doing for fun, whatever it is. Just make sure that you are going out with people you trust. Make sure you have a reliable way there and a reliable way home. As long as you're doing that, go out, have fun, and live this life. You deserve to be happy for the sake of being happy. You do not need to earn your happiness. Happiness is happiness. It comes to us. It's an emotion. It comes to us just as easy as everything else, and you deserve to feel it. Okay? So have some fun. Live this life. and have some stories to tell. And I love you and thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you'll be here in the future while we discuss other topics that affects us as adults. I always like to hear what you guys think, whether it be in my DMs or in the comments of my YouTube video or in the comments of my Spotify. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I love you and I will see you next week.